Hello. This is an impromptu check-in, and I actually was just vlogging, uh, and doing a getting back on track while on quarantine little vlog and just talking about how I'm getting myself sort of resituated after Lent and our big Easter celebration, and then also working from home and just, kind of sharing with you guys. And I thought, part of me getting back on track is checking in with my community. And I feel like, hi, Anna, how are you? I feel like during Lent, I always kind of step away. If you have watched my channel for the last couple of years, you guys know that during Lent, I just try not to do as much. And it's been really weird because I feel like I miss you guys. And I don't know. I'm seeing people over on Facebook. I have quite a few of you guys over on Facebook with me, and it's for Nurse RN. So I can keep track of you over there, but I feel like there's a lot of you guys over here that I have been missing. So I wanted to check in and say hello. Brandy's in here, Rebecca's in here, Joe's in here, Myrna's in here, Rachel's in here. Yeah, I haven't seen you guys in a while. So I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing. I am doing well. I'm trying to get myself kind of back in gear after Holy Week, carb land, and Pascha, which is Eastern Orthodox Easter. We have been really, really busy trying to do services and that sort of thing online and streaming for our parish here. And then also I've been working from home. So I have a full caseload, as you all know, and they have allowed me to work from home. And it has been really crazy, like getting people on the phone and doing what I'm used to doing in person with them has been really challenging. It's challenging to be creative and talk in that way with my patients on the phone. My program is not structured to be telehealth. I'm supposed to be there. And like in my everyday life, I'm driving to everyone's houses. I get there, I'm on the floor playing with their babies, or I'm teaching them about labor and delivery, or I'm assessing. And so right now I'm trying to change all that and do it over the phone. It's weird. It's weird. And then I think coupled with that is really trying to get my steps in. So one thing that I did, I'm going to talk about my video, is this is the same Fitbit Versa I've had since I started this channel. And the band was coming apart. I've changed bands a couple times. So I ordered a new band for it. And I don't know, there's something about feeling like you have something new on your wrist. It makes you want to get more steps. And I've been trying during the day to get up and get steps in and get water in. Hi, Tabby. Hi, Ruth. Hi, Diana. Oh, Jean, it's nice to see you as well. There's a lot of people over here that I miss when I'm not over here. So getting steps during the day is definitely challenging. And I didn't realize that going from the hospital to going on the road to going to be at home, it's very, very different. When I worked in the hospital, I would get 20,000 steps in a shift. And then I went to getting 5,000. And now it really is an effort to get 5 to 10,000. So walking every day has been really important. Today it is raining. And I have been using walking to really stay sane. I don't know how you guys are with exercise, but exercise is so great for like anxiety and stress. So we have been walking every day. So when it rains, you just feel like trapped. Y'all feeling a little trapped? And I've been trying to be very conscious about being thankful and not complaining about being on quarantine. And just being as positive as possible. But there are days where you just feel trapped. And with those of us that overeat and we love the foods and the foods are comfortable, when you're feeling trapped and you're feeling bored and you've cleaned everything and you've done every craft and you've talked to all your friends and you've cooked all these wonderful meal prepped meals, the last thing to do is munch. I don't know if you guys are struggling with the snacking, but snacking to me is like boredom relief. And I've been really creative lately with doing like, veggie tray snacking and having snacks prepped. But there's something about like when I start snacking, I go on a little snacking trip. You know, I start in carrot land and I end up in chocolate land. And chocolate land, I don't want to live in chocolate land because chocolate land is where I grow. I'm like the blueberry girl from Willy Wonka. So, right, Myrna, I understand. Right. And so, definitely don't want to complain about quarantine, but for a lot of us, quarantine is very, very different. And there is a mental health component to that. We've been talking about that a lot at work because we do work with an entire hospital system within my state. And there's, a lot of people going through mental health crises right now. This is a very stressful time. So for some people, no, it's not bothering them. For some people, it's moderately stressful. And then we have people that have family members that are sick or that are, not used to being home or they're struggling with mental health and they can't get in to see their providers, that sort of thing. So it's a continuum. I don't think it's realistic for us to expect that because I'm not having as hard of a time, somebody else shouldn't be or isn't having a hard time. So there's a continuum there, and just remembering that everyone has their own battle and struggles. I know my husband, he very easily lost 10 pounds during Lent, and I saw my weight initially being okay and then starting to creep up towards the end. So that has been, I just don't know why we're so different, but we are. And I know a lot of my friends over on Facebook have been saying that, yes, it's a struggle for them as well. And then there are a lot of people that are telling me, no, it hasn't, that this has been a very motivating time. I think I've vacillated between the two. I've had weeks, because now what are we, 6 weeks, 7 weeks in? Um, I've had weeks where it's not a struggle, and then weeks where I'm like in a bad pattern. And breaking out of that pattern is something I have to be really conscious of. So, Janice says she's gained 5 pounds. And yes, Janice, you have been working. Janice has been redoing her house. And yes, you've been getting a lot of activity in, but sometimes activity doesn't compensate for the goodies. Trust me, I know. Um, so yeah, you guys, everyone's going through their own thing, and I'm not here to speak for you guys. For myself, I'm in a very blessed position. I'm comfortably home. It's mostly just the things in my head. So one thing that has also really helped me has been to limit my exposure to the news. And I get news every day from my job because I'm in healthcare and my job is directly related to what's going on. And so every day I get a news brief on what I need to be doing. And so that's about all the news I can handle. The other news, it's too much for me personally to handle. I get very anxious and stressed out. And Judah he got really sick last week. He got really sick. He got an upper respiratory infection. He works in a grocery store in south of the city, in a city that is a hot spot. And so we think that it was just a sinus infection. He wasn't bad enough to get tested, but he did self quarantine. And, I, as a mother, want to be there and fix it, and this is one of those situations where, and those of you that have family members or loved ones that are sick, I think that one of the most devastating and difficult things is having to step back and not be present for them, like physically present. And of course, we can pray and do all those other things. But, I just wanted to go be with my kid. So he's doing better now. He's feeling better. He went back to work and he did, I think, the 14 days or whatever and went back to work. And, but, it's just frightening as a mom. So, hi, Donna. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Anne. Hi, Sherry. So, All that being said, it's a one day at a time process. And some of the things that worked prior to quarantine, and you guys tell me, I'm sure you will if I'm right or wrong here, may not be working right now because your routine is off. So I watched a training video last week for my job. One of the questions that we're asking our patients is, how has your routine changed? And it's sort of a light bulb moment to be able to examine what your routine has to look like right now. And maybe it looks very different than prior to quarantine. And maybe writing it down and saying, oh, this is my routine. And what steps do you need to take to work the routine so that it serves you now in this situation? Uh, in healthcare, we're talking a lot about new normals. And gosh, you just pray it's a temporary normal, but we don't know. We don't know how long things are going to go on, and we can't control that. But we have a new normal. And so, how can that new normal serve us and help us to either get healthier or maintain our health or wherever you are in that continuum and on that spectrum. So, I've been doing that a lot with my patients. And then for myself, I've been just like, what? You know, I got a really cool new journal, like a monthly journal that I ordered. I'm going to show it to you guys in the vlog that I'm doing today, that I'm going to be starting in May. And you guys know that paper really helps me. I like to paper track at times in my journey, and I like to, you guys have seen all my planners and stuff like that. And I used to be a big scrapbooker. I'm a crafter. So I stumbled upon this monthly planner, and it starts in May, and it just looks like kind of a fun way to reorient my routine and my schedule and think a little bit differently about how I'm doing things. Do you guys hear the thunder? What's that song? I don't remember. I'm not even going to try to sing you the thunder song. My nephew loves to sing that song. So, Imar5D says, hi, Amy. This has been such a difficult time. My brother is mentally ill and does not listen. He sneaks out of the house. Some of us abide by the rules, but not everyone can be controlled. Right. And we can't assume that everyone is going through the same thing that we're going through. You guys know I lived up in New York for several years, and I have a lot of friends in New York going through just devastation up there. I have a lot of nurse friends. I have a lot of doctor friends up there, and the stories that they're relaying to me are just, I'm not able to relate. I can only feel really deep, just empathy and, pray. So it's important hi Louise, it's important to just remember that everyone's going through their own situation, and then at the same time be compassionate towards others, but focus on what can you do personally. What can you do? Okay. So a lot of times I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do anything about the news, and blah, freak out. And then I'm like, okay, Amy, but what can you do? So I've really been trying to every morning get up, I say my prayers, and then I commit to myself to trying to take care of myself. Some days I don't do great. I just don't. And then, then I'll get onto a roll, and I'll have 5 days in a row that I do really, really well. So I think that that's important. I want to challenge you guys. Maybe we can start doing some more pop challenges where we get those 5 days. I would love to do that. If you're interested, I can come back on Sunday night and start another one for us, because I feel like doing it together, there's power in numbers, right? And if I know you guys are doing it and I'm doing it, it really is helpful. Anna Holt says you should check out the daily challenge journals. I think that is what they're called. I have not seen those. So I'll show you guys on the blog the one that I just picked up. And it's a subscription one, so you get a new one every month. And this one starts in May. And I just think it looks like kind of a neat way to reorient my thinking a little bit. Rebecca says she wants to pop again. So if I have enough people that want to pop, I'll check in here on Sunday, and we can try to pull together 5 perfect days on plan. You define what that looks like. maybe next Monday through Friday, we can kind of get back into that rhythm and cycle now that I'm out of Lent. And I'm so excited to be back on the proteins. I do really well on proteins. So when I can satisfy myself with a lot of protein, I don't get hungry sorry, that threw me off, as quickly. we have a storm happening. Anyway, I don't get hungry as faster. I just feel more satisfied. And so it's really nice to be able to incorporate those into my meals again. So I will see you guys. Hi, Sab. My friend Sab's on here. Oh, Sab, how are you doing without Orangetheory classes? Are you guys doing those online? I wondered about you the other day because I have another friend that does Orangetheory, and she was lamenting her friends. Brandy says, I just re-signed up. You just re-signed up for Weight Watchers. You had left for a few months and you're doing purple. Yeah, I know a lot of people that love purple. I'm a green girl. I did a week on blue and that was okay. I mean, I maintained. If I do blue now, I tend to maintain, I think because I overeat my 0 point foods. I'm not very good at that. I need to practice. But blue is going to be my maintenance of choice plan when we get there. Okay, I will get there when we get there. But yeah, I'm still working towards, we don't know what's going on with the wedding. I know you guys are going to ask about that. We don't know. Who knows? It's like, everything changes day by day in this country right now and in the world. So we don't know if Judah and Dakota are going to be able to have people at the wedding, if they're going to have a really small wedding. They're not postponing it at this time. I mean, if they had to do something that was less than 10 or less than 5, they could do that and then have a big party later. That's an option. So right now I'm still in my 14-16 clothing. I really wanted to get into, a smaller size. I have a 12 that I was thinking about wearing. We'll see. We'll see if I can do it. But yeah, I've been maintaining. I'm still in the 240s, if you guys are wondering weight-wise. And I've been fluctuating within about 5 pounds. So I need to jumpstart and pop and get myself going in the right direction again. So thank you, Sab. I feel really good. I just need to tighten it up. If you, like me, need to tighten things back up again, do so. I know a lot of people are in maintenance mode. I think that's great too. The only reason I'm really thinking, let's move along here is because I do have those wedding pictures coming up. And, I would like to be a little trimmer, healthier for the wedding. And if we can get there in a healthy way, we'll do it. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to go hide under the bed with the cats because it is a storming. So thanks, guys, for hanging out with me for a little bit. And, I know, Sab, you must be dying not seeing your friends, but I'm glad they have an online option. That's great. I'm not like a huge Zoom fan. Do you guys like Zoom? If you've used Zoom, like we're using Zoom a lot, I don't love it. But we're having to use it right now. So come say hi to me over on N is for Nurse RN. I'm over there a lot more. I'm doing Tupperware stuff. Judah is going to be doing Tupperware stuff with me. We're going to start a channel over here called T is for Tupperware. We're going to do some cooking and fun stuff like that. So I'll post a link to that once we get to that point. But he and I are concocting plans to hang out more and cook more. He loves to cook. So I can't wait to do some stuff with him. But let me know if you want to pop on Sunday night, and I will check back in over here. And we'll try to have a nice little streak. I'll put my pop t-shirt on. And if you want to get back into the swing of things, it's your choice. If you want to get back in a roll with me, let's get back into that progress. Progress, not perfection. But let's progress, okay? Okay. See y'all later. Have a good day and stay in orbit, okay? Bye.